Okay. So, hello everyone. It's a wonderful thing to be over here. So somebody's saying something.
No, you can just go ahead.
Okay. So once again, thank you everyone for being over here, and a huge thank you to Suratna Foundation for bringing us together, and Chayaji, of course. So let me begin with something honest. Right now, across the world, people are talking about AI in boardrooms, classrooms, podcasts, and where not. Some people sound very certain, some people sound very excited, some are deeply worried. But everyone is discussing the future without quite understanding it. And many people feel like they have missed the invitation, that they are left behind. But you are not late. You're not behind. You are standing exactly where millions of people stand whenever the world changes, at the doorway. And doorways are invitations. So let's go to our topic, which says, let's walk into the world of AI together. That is why we are here, not to be intimidated by AI, not to fear it, but to understand it and to walk into the world of AI together. So, what is AI? Artificial artificial intelligence is not some scary robot waiting to take over the world. But then there are plenty of people who think that ChatGPT is basically AI. Well, there is more to AI than ChatGPT. In fact, there is a whole AI universe. It is, if you compare it, it is like the Virat Roop of Lord Krishna, a divine revelation of his infinite and all encompassing nature. Yet he was humble enough to be the charioteer and guide Arjun through the war. Similarly, AI is humble enough to act as our smart assistants, guiding us through life and its problems. So, AI is like a really smart intern who never gets tired, can process massive amounts of information without coffee breaks, sometimes makes brilliant connections you'd never think of, and other times confidently tells you that a penguin is obviously a toaster. And for everybody's information, AI is already holding your hand. When your phone unlocks just by looking at your face, that is AI. When Netflix knows you are going to love that show before you do, that's AI. When your email catches the spam before it ruins your morning, AI. When Google Maps quietly reroutes you around a traffic jam you didn't even know about, that's AI. And when your phone autocorrects duck to, well, the right word eventually, that is also AI. So let's start with a little bit of fun historical moments for AI. So 1950s, there was the what if era. Alan Turing, if you remember, he was a British mathematician, and during World War, he played a vital role. He basically said, what if machines could think? And the Turing test was born, in which, if you can't tell that if you're chatting with a human or machine, the machine wins. 60s and 70s, the we can do anything phase. Scientists were like, we'll have robot butlers by 1980. But the reality was that computers couldn't even understand the difference between bank, meaning the bank where we deposit money, or the bank of a river. So there was quite a difference between what they thought and the reality. And 80s and 90s was the oops, this is harder than we thought reality check. Expert systems tried to capture human knowledge and rules. Turns out that human knowledge is messier than they thought. 2000 to present was the plot twist era. Instead of programming intelligence, we decided to let machines learn from the data. And suddenly, computers got really good at recognizing patterns. 2017, something else happened. Researchers figured out a new way for machines to pay attention to the language. They literally called it attention. That one idea cracked open everything. So, pattern recognition taught AI to notice, and attention taught AI what to notice. So, pattern recognition helped AI recognize the world, and attention helped AI to understand the conversation. So, pattern could be I see faces, I see smiles, I see a cake. This must be a birthday party. But attention said, wait, everyone is looking at that little girl in the center. She is wearing a crown and the cake has her name on it. She is the birthday child. So, pattern recognition sees the pieces. Attention understands the relationship between the pieces. That was the real shift. For years, we used technology to find information. Now we use technology to create outcomes. In the old world, we had the search bar. The new world, we have a thinking partner. The old world, we had where is the answer? The new world says, help me build the answer. That is the major shift. It means that ordinary people suddenly gain extraordinary leverage. One person can now do what once needed a writer, designer, researcher, planner. Not because humans matter less, but because tools became stronger. So then we go with what the AI family tree looks like. Think of AI as a big family with different personalities. There is the narrow AI, the specialist, like that friend who's absolutely amazing at chess but can't figure out how to open a jar. His superpower is being ridiculously good at one thing. And it's not just his, could be hers. And general AI, the Renaissance person, the mythical AI that could chat about philosophy, fix your car, and write a poetry. This too doesn't fully exist till now. General AI would not just follow instructions, it would understand, adapt, and learn across life like a human mind. And then there is super AI, the overachiever. This is the futuristic and hypothetical version. Super AI would be more intelligent than humans in almost every way, either humanity's best friend or who knows. Status of that is theoretical, thankfully. So we also have a category of AI based on use. There's predictive AI. This AI predicts what will happen next. So it's like the weather forecasting, sales forecasting, fraud detection. Then there's generative AI. This is the AI most people are excited about now. It creates new content, text, images, music, video, code, presentation, etc. Then we have the conversational AI. This AI talks with human. Chatbots, virtual assistants, customer support bots. And then we have agentic AI. Agentic AI does not just answer a question. It can take steps towards a goal. An AI agent might search flights, compare hotels, build an itinerary, and help book reservation. So, what is the process? What is the learning process that AI goes through? So, step one is data collection. It's all based on data. So, it gathers tons of examples. More data usually equal to better AI, but not always. Quality matters more than quantity. Garbage in is always garbage out. Step two is training, the actual learning. AI looks at examples and tries to find patterns, makes mistakes, learns from them, repeats, like a student doing practice problem but at a superhuman speed. Step 3 is validation. Pop quiz time. Test the AI on new data it hasn't seen before. See if it actually learned or just memorized. The dreaded overfitting happens when AI memorizes instead of learning. It's almost like human when we memorize without actually getting to the concept. It's the dreaded overfitting. And then the step 4 is deployment. The graduation day for AI, when AI goes into the real world and hopefully doesn't immediately crash and burn. And it requires ongoing monitoring, just like checking on your college graduate. And if we were to take an example, like Netflix, data is what you watch, algorithm is compares your taste to millions of other viewers' tastes, and training, it keeps learning as you binge watch. It keeps learning your habit as you are binge watching. Output is because you watched this movie, this is what I recommend. This we've always seen it. So let's ground the magic in reality. AI across industries transforming the future today. And as we know, AI has taken over the healthcare. It's saving lives and accelerating research at a great pace. Finance and banking, smarter, safer transaction because it detects fraud, does market analytics, and is into customer service. Retail and e-commerce, personalized shopping at scale, smart recommendation, 24/7 customer support, inventory optimization, manufacturing and logistics, efficiency, precision, agriculture and energy, sustainable innovation, precision agriculture, smart energy grids, predictive analytics. And then there's media, entertainment, and education, where you have content curation, creative AI, and adaptive learning. But what about empowering everyday people? What about AI for everybody, for all? So, AI is proving to be not just a tool, but a turning point. Let's discover how. So, what can AI do for you? It can give you back your most precious gift, time. It can turn your ideas into actions, your whispers into voices. It can help you reskill, relearn, or even reinvent. And let's look at some of the tools that help us do that. So, we know there is something called conversational AI, and we can introduce ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity. All of these fall into this category where when you give a particular instruction, act as a virtual fitness coach and create a personalized workout plan, it goes ahead and does that perfectly for you. You tell it to suggest 5 things as a tourist I can do in and around Times Square in New York, which does not involve going to the standard tourist spots, and it will draw the entire map and the route for you. Then we have the image creator. Introducing ideogram. There are others as well, Leonardo, Midjourney, plenty. So that's the place to go to. And if you give a prompt, AI is helping humans learn. Just writing the text bit is good enough. It creates an entirely beautiful image for you. Speech creator, introducing Levin Labs. You give it a text
The
and
magic of AI for
it
curious
creates
young
the
minds.
speech.
In a world of clicks and endless screens lives a magic called AI behind the scenes. Not a wizard with a wand or cape, but code and data taking shape.
So you get the point. Then there's a video creator, introducing in video. And the ones that I'm introducing are only one of the many that are available. There are some 25,000 tools available for you. You need to work on what makes it easier for you to work on them, whatever feels comfortable. So introducing InVideo, where you can just give a simple line of text. Please generate a video on STEM education for middle school students. And it goes around generating an entire video for you. You also have an AI to build a website. Again, just giving a simple prompt would go through and build the complete website for you in front of you, which I've actually used to build the site for AI Janoon as well. So that is a website building. Building presentations has become really, really easy. Introducing Gamma.app, where you again just give a simple line, simple text on, say, build a presentation on climate change, and it goes around building a beautiful presentation for you. There is also what you could do is have fun with it, building miniature cartoons or something about yourself. And if we want, we can take a cue now and go and check some of the prompts, or we can wait till a little later and actually do the practical checking. But one thing to know and one thing to understand is the human value that no machine can copy. So many people ask, if AI can do so much, what is left for us to do? Everything essential is the answer. So AI can simulate tone, but it cannot care. It can generate advice, but it cannot carry responsibility. It can imitate empathy, but it cannot sit beside you in pain. It can write a speech, but it cannot stand in truth. This matters because in every age, when tools become stronger, human character becomes more valuable. And I think there's some annotation going on, so let me clear all the drawings. Yes. Okay, do we want to check a few things and then come back? Maybe.
Whatever is easier for you.
Yeah, let me do a few.
Yes, that will be interesting to see.
Yeah. So,
Okay, thanks.
chatgpt.com, and how you prompt always matters. It's almost like how you go to a restaurant and order your dinner. If you're polite to the waiter, it gives a better, they serve you better. So if I would just say, give me travel tips, it goes around and gives a generic travel tip for you to have. But if I were to say, I'm traveling with two seniors, one child, vegetarian food needs, limited walking, and a modest budget, create a joyful 3-day plan to Chicago, it kind of modifies the answer and makes it custom for you. So you see the difference between how you asked is how you get your response. Correct? Yep. Let's go and check something else. So if I were to say, let's go to a new chat. If I were to say, turn these notes into a professional project plan with owners, priorities, deadlines, and next steps. And let's see it doing it. Resolve vendor voice issue, internal alignment, client follow-up, and done. And it also tells you that I can do it in a tracker Excel kind of a thing, or convert it into a polished email update. No worries, no need to do that. AI is amazing when life is messy. It helps turn the fog into form. And sometimes it also gives you value for something that you've not thought before. So if I say I worked for 20 years managing people, solving problems, handling customers, and organizing operation, what valuable modern skills do I already have? So it's like a reflection of what is it that I already have, because I don't think I do much. And it comes up with perfect answers for what you actually already have skills for. So sometimes AI doesn't show you the future, it shows you your own value more clearly. Let's see how it deals with duplicate charges. Let's see whether how it becomes a billing detective. So let's go to a new chat. Find duplicate charges, subscriptions, and unusual spending. Or we can refine it to say something like, we saw how the way you ask it matters. So you are a billing detective. Review the following monthly credit card statement, find possible duplicate charges, recurring subscriptions, etc. And here we paste, here is the bill. So we will paste the bill over here. We could also attach it if it's an Excel file, but for right now, we just paste the bill. So you can see this is the date, merchant category, and amount. And let's see it doing. And then in a tabular form, because we told it to do it, we said, organize your answer in a clear table. It's doing it. So from your billing, your credit card bill, it actually found out that there were 2 duplicates charged for Netflix, Adobe, Spotify, Amazon Marketplace. And then it also tells you the recurring pattern. You order food too many times, you have DoorDash, etc. Yeah. And then you are spending high spending bills are these two. And your spending pattern is food delivery plus dining. And it also further goes to explain that what you need to act on immediately. This is a huge bill and it's probably duplicate. So this stands out most. Figure it out. And no, Adobe charged twice on the same day, almost certainly an error. These are recoverable charges if reported. Subscriptions, you are subscribing to so many things per month. Lifestyle spending pattern, and so on and so forth. Let's go quickly to do something else. Medical bill translator, which we all have. And we say, let's ask it to, I'll give it a medical bill. And where is it? Where did it go? Let me get to the medical bill, which I do have. Yeah, billing statement should be the one, I think. And explain the medical bill in simple English and suggest questions to ask. Oh, no, this is the credit card one. Sorry. Okay, let's do another one. Now, medical bill. And it goes around doing the medical bill. Like I said, you can attach an Excel and it goes around doing. So it gives you a complete breakdown, doctor visits, lab tests, heart and imaging tests, injection visit, so on and so forth. Let's do something fun now. Let's do something fun now. Let's create an image. Create an image of a grandmother. learning AI with her grandchild in a warm, hopeful style. Okay.
Image will take a little longer, I think.
So let's
Yeah,
try
please
another
go.
one. Let's try it in ideogram while we wait. It's not going to take that much time also. Setting the scene. Let's try. I am hoping. Yeah. While I wait. And 2 more minutes should actually do. Continue. Come on. Do it. Personal. Continue. Too many things. Get started for free, always. Okay. So here, if I were to give the same prompt, if only it allows me. Next. Doesn't allow me. We'll see. But here is what ChatGPT created. Perfectly great image. We'll let it be that way for right now. Let's go back to our presentation and see where we left it. So, a friendly advice. For students, don't use AI to write your essay. Use AI to argue with you about your essay. Paste your draft, ask it, where is my argument weak? What would a critic say? You'll write twice as well and you'll still be the author. Stuck on a physics or historical concept? Right? Explain this to me like I'm 12, then I'm 18, then like I'm a professor. You'll find your level. Similarly, for parents, you need a bedtime story where your daughter is the hero, the dragon is afraid of broccoli, like I am, and the moral is about sharing. 3 seconds away with AI. Help drafting a polite email to a difficult teacher. AI will save you an hour and the words you would not regret. For professionals, yeah, for professionals, long meeting transcript, ask AI for summary action items. It does that. Cold emails, you're nervous to send, have AI play the recipient and tell you how it lands. For retirees and curious minds, want to write your memoir but don't know where to start? Tell AI 5 stories from your life. Ask it to help you find the thread between them. The book is all yours. The midwife is AI. And translating a letter from a relative in another language, done beautifully with nuance. For entrepreneurs and builders, you need a business plan, marketing copy, pricing strategy, all yours. For engineers and technical folks, you already know. But one tip, stop using AI as a fancier Stack Overflow. Start using it as a thinking partner. Paste your architecture, ask to break it, and argue with it. Don't just consult it. So if we were to look, because we are at Suratna, if we want to look at the vision, strategy, and adaptability of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj that we need today for AI, we think of, whenever we think of Shivaji Maharaj, we think of courage. But courage alone did not build an empire. What built it was vision, strategy, adaptability, and the deep understanding of the terrain. And today, the terrain, which is the terrain of AI tools that are there, the intelligence network is using whatever data we have wisely, building forts, build digital skills. And then he was always about empowering people. We need to share AI knowledge. You know about the naval innovations and guerrilla warfare that he did? That is adapting early, which in nowadays is in the AI forum, it is very much needed. But what could go wrong? AI is only as fair, as kind, and as smart as the people who train AI. So there are 4 honest truths. AI lies confidently. AI can make things up, and there is a polite word for it called hallucination. It's when AI invents a fact, a quote, even a court case, and tells you with full confidence that this is true. The lesson, you need to trust it, but you need to also verify, especially for medical, legal, financial questions. AI is a brilliant brainstormer. It is not yet a reliable expert. Something to keep in mind. Then AI carries our biases. AI learned from us, from our books, our internet, everywhere, which means it inherited our blind spots. Be aware of that. Ask it, what perspectives might be missing here? That one question changes everything. Don't outsource your thinking. AI can write your email, your essay, your speech, but the day you stop thinking because AI thinks for you, that's the day you've traded your most precious thing for a little bit of convenience. Don't do that. Use AI to think faster, not to think less. And privacy matters. Don't paste your bank passwords, your social security numbers, your client's confidential data into a public AI. Treat it like a very smart stranger on a park bench. Lovely conversation, but don't hand them your wallet. And AI ethics, with great power comes great responsibility. So, for bias, when AI learns the wrong lessons, meaning AI trained on biased data learns to be biased, like if it's screening resumes and it knows that in the past male candidates were the only ones who were hired for this position, they would prefer male candidates. So the solution would be to have diverse teams, carefully curate the data, and constant monitoring. Again, privacy, we just talked about. The AI knows too much problem because AI can infer surprising things from seemingly innocent data. Your shopping habits might reveal your health conditions to the AI. So make sure it's useful AI, but make sure you protect the personal privacy. And then explainability, the black box problem. AI makes decisions but can't always explain why. You cannot be said that you are sorry sorry you are denied a loan because the neural network said so. Humans deserve to understand decisions that affect them. And that's why we should be building responsible AI with diverse teams. So inclusion isn't just nice, now it's necessary. Continuous monitoring. AI systems can develop biases over time, so we need to continuously monitor it just like we maintain our car. And then transparency, be clear about what it can do and cannot, don't oversell it. Users should know when they are interacting with AI. So the heart of responsible AI is making sure the systems we build don't just work, they work for everyone. But all that is possible if more and more people work with AI and understand how to use it ethically. That's where our story had began for AI Janoon. While we were studying AI, we kind of understood that AI was here to stay, but we did see that there was a big divide. On one side, there were those who were walking, talking, eating AI and completely immersed in it. And on the other side, there were people who were either intimidated by AI or had nothing to do with them. So we needed to reach out and hold each other's hand to navigate the world of AI. That is how AI Janoon was born. The goal is to walk beside every learner as they discover their own brilliance in the age of artificial ones. And that is what we have been doing since then. Having cohort, we already had to, we are in the second cohort right now, which is a 10-week journey from curiosity to confidence. And I leave you with one last thought, especially for our diaspora. For many in our community, life has always been a story of adaptation. We crossed cities, countries, cultures. We learned new systems, new accents, new rules, new roads. Many built families while building careers. Many carried tradition in one hand and ambition in the other. So let us remember, we are not strangers to change. We come from people who started again and again, who taught us something powerful. When the world changes, do not shrink. Learn, adapt, rise. That same spirit is needed now. AI may be new, but reinvention is not new to us. So let's walk into the world of AI together. Every generation meets a doorway. Some walk past it, some fear it, some wait until everyone else has entered, and some choose to step in while still uncertain. That is courage, not certainty, courage. So I am very thankful to Suratna Foundation and everybody who's been here tonight. I hope I made sense of whatever I talked about. And let's